There you go.
Hi, you guys. It's Crystal Jordan with Becoming Her magazine. Today we have the one and only Dr. Contessa.
Hello.
So, Dr. Contessa, I'm gonna get right into it. I want
Uh-oh.
to know more about you beyond life in medicine.
Okay. Well, I'm from Kansas City, Missouri,
hmm
married, of course, 3 children. Um, I don't know. What do you want to know? You got to ask me some questions.
So, my
What
question
about me?
is, what made you elevate and leave the show?
Interesting. So I felt like 5 years was a nice round number. And interestingly enough, and this is going to sound very, very crazy, um, this year I didn't have anything to sell. And I'll be very, very honest. I feel like with when you do reality television, you have to say what's your why, right? And this year there wasn't anything particularly new about me. That I already had my clinic. I mean, now of course I have more stuff. Like I bought a building and all that stuff, but there wasn't anything else. So all that would happen is sometimes you watch reality shows, and you're like, why do they keep talking about, her and her husband, and why do they keep doing that? Because it's like, other than just living your life, there wasn't anything particularly new are exciting, I think, that I wanted to or needed to present to the world. So it felt to me very organic to take some time off. Not that I feel like reality there's a people, I think there's an issue in my opinion whenever people break up in relationships, whether it be a friendship or a marriage or any kind of relationship. Something had to happen, like there was something bad. I think sometimes there's a natural transition that
Mm,
happens. And I don't think reality television was bad. I wouldn't be here probably talking to you if I weren't on reality television. I know a billion doctors. I went to Xavier, right? And I'm in Atlanta, the black mecca of doctors.
right.
But the reason that people know who I am, I think, is because of Married to Medicine. So I have nothing but love and honor and respect for Married to Medicine.
It gave you a platform and it gave
Yeah.
more people to know who you are.
That's right. That's right.
So,
Because I have some really big dreams. I mean, my dad had big dreams for me when he named me Contessa. And so I think, though, when you have to step out of obscurity in order to achieve some of those, because again, in medicine, I have the same resume as a lot of my peers, right? I have a lot of degrees, I got a lot of accolades, but so does, you go to Emory, Morehouse, Meharry, they all, Howard, they all do. So what makes me
mm,
any different? So how can I step out of obscurity? And for some of these opportunities that have come my way, it's purely because of me being on Married to Medicine. Yeah. It's okay.
it's okay.
They can edit it out.
I get it.
Does that make sense? I mean, so yeah, yeah, it's true. And I get sometimes I get so sick of people when they now. Can I say everything that happened on reality television was like great or positive? Absolutely not. But life, nothing that happens. I think life in itself. Some days are good, some days are bad. Some months and years are good, and some are some are bad. So I think it just is reflective of what happens. And I never had an issue of sharing my life. I never did. I never day one, like when the camera came on, it didn't feel like unnatural to me because I don't have anything to hide. There was nothing about me that I felt ashamed of or embarrassed about anything that's ever happened to me. I mean, hell, I some people went to prison and right, some happened and they really, really
And they
have
be on
some
TV.
real, true like issues. I mean, whatever you talk about in my life, like that ain't no trauma. It
Mm-mm.
happened, but it wasn't. It's not the worst thing. And I'm not asking the universe or God to bring me nothing worse. Please, Lord Jesus, I've had
Amen to
enough.
that.
But yeah, but I actually feel like the more you tell your story and the more you share your story, it just helps other people to understand that God has grace. And if you think that everyone's life is perfect and everything that happens to them, especially people who are perceived as successful, is all easy and they don't have any difficulties, then I think that is doing a disservice to the kids who are watching,
hmm
the people who are going through their struggle or their times of, seasoning, so to speak, getting better. And yeah, so I did never have a problem sharing my story.
I figured because watching you on TV, I think you carry yourself with a lot of essence and grace.
Thank
And grace is
you.
one of my words for 2023. So, my next and final question from me to you is what was your becoming her moment?
Oh, that is interesting. Okay. My becoming her moment. Wow. I would have to say motherhood without my mother. That's when I think I really had to become her because
Mm,
I grew up, my mom was a young mom,
mhm,
but I grew up being able to, like, for instance, on Thanksgiving, how do you make these yams? I could call my mom and ask her, right? So my mom was the person that I could literally ask anything to, right? She had my sister, she was a teen mom. So again, what she went through, of course, was shame and blame when she was growing up. And so she always felt like it's important for you to be able to ask me and talk to me about anything. But when I lost her, I didn't have that. I don't
Mm,
have, I still don't have someone in my life that I can ask anything. I have best friends, I have sisters, but for her, it could be, I mean, something about my marriage, and she would never judge. Sometimes I would actually get mad at her about that. Like, I'd be mad at my husband, I tell her what happened, and she see him be like, "Hey, baby, give him a hug and kiss," like nothing ever happened. I'm like, "No, no, we mad at him today." She would never judge, and I had to become my own self and figure things out for myself, and even how to respond to things, because I can only behave based on the way I was taught. And so now, whenever I do something, I have to make my own mistakes. And if I didn't
mm.
do it right, I don't have my mom to ask how I should have done it. So I just have to kind of like live through my own mistakes and make my own decisions. And hopefully, I'm doing a good job for my kids. So for me, it was losing my mom.
Wow, that was deep.
Yeah. And I think for anyone out there who still has their mom, it's this level of like, I'm alone in the world when you lose your mom.
Mm,
Not, I don't know why that happens, but I was married, I had kids, but I literally was like, I'm alone in this world now. Like, I don't have anybody. And I meant
mm,
that, not that I don't have anybody that loves me or anything, but I don't have, if something, if there was like some, again, I did something like big crime or something, my husband could divorce me and leave me, right? My kids could choose not to come see me, but I know my mom would make sacrifices to come visit me in prison. And when I came out, I could go stay with her. Like, I know there's someone who, despite what I went through, and I hate to be using these tragic examples, but that was that person. And so when people
mm.
don't have their mom anymore, it kind of frees you a little bit from even judgment. So without sounding callous or rude, like, I really don't care what anybody thinks, because the person whose opinion mattered to me the most is no longer here. So whatever I do, I get to just do it now. I get to live freely and uninhibited because I don't have to worry about what my mom thinks.
My mom is my best friend too.
You get it.
I get it.
I get it.
She's my right hand man. My son's autistic. She helps with him. Like today, if my mom can't watch him, my dad watch him. So they're literally my best friends. So I understand.
Yeah. And it's interesting. I always feel sad for people who don't have that relationship with their mom. And I'm trying my best to now in turn be the mom that
Mm,
can be that for my kids, because I always say the success for me will be when my kids grow up, if they come and spend time with me or visit me when they don't have to anymore. That will be, I did a good job as being a parent. So not when they don't, not coming to get money from me, but to actually just, hey mama, how you doing? Let me come over here. I want to come hang out. I want to sit on the couch and watch a movie with you, or let's go shopping, or let's go on a trip. And if I can do that for my kids, be that safe space for them to land, or soft space in their life, or that place that they know that whatever mistake they make or whatever success they have, I'm their biggest cheerleader and I'm the non-judgmental one, I know I would have succeeded.
I
So,
love that.
and it took me a long time to come to that, because before, I think when my mom was alive, I was striving. And people maybe look at me and like, oh, you still striving. No, it's different. I was trying, it was always about success and like making her proud. But now it's not that anymore. I'm doing it because I want to leave this world a better place. And I know, again, I'm trying to raise good kids and, again, even making my husband proud. But it's a different, I'm the her. It's not
Mm,
somebody else is the her. Does that make sense?
I
Yeah.
get it. Even if my mom is still here, I get it.
Yeah.
Because my mom lost her mom when I was 5. So she
Mm,
she don't talk about it. I know she's hurt by it. And she always, I wish my mom was here. And I just look at her because I didn't know my grandma because I was 5.
yeah. Yeah.
I just knew her for long, pretty black hair. That's it.
Nice.
So I know that's like very like, and I noticed my mom losing her mom, how hard that is for her. Like every Mother's Day, she get real sad. Her birthday, she is sad. And I'm like, I'm so sorry to see that, mom. And I just try to be there for her because you only get one
You
mom.
only get one mom, and it's good that you understand that, because a lot of people really don't get it. We're like, oh, that's so sad, but you don't get it. There's this place and space in your heart that is just empty now. you know. So I have old phones, like some archaic phones, because I have voicemails with my mom's voice on it. And so I don't even know if I have. Hopefully, I have chargers if I ever need it. But I remember when some time had passed, and I was like, I forgot what her voice sounded like, and I had a phone, and I was able to play a message that
You can
she had
turn that
left
into a
me.
picture.
What's that?
You can turn that into a picture now.
What's that?
Her voice.
I don't know what that means.
You can get a picture and you can scan it and you can hear her voice. You can turn it into a picture now. So those phones you have, you can.
Oh my god!
I'll look up the information and send it to you, but you can turn it into a picture now. Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that.
We was looking for voicemails from my cousin who died and during COVID, and we had no voicemails for me to do it. But yeah, you can.
They've thought of everything.
You can now turn that into a moment for you to listen to her voice every day if you want to.
Because my kids don't know her.
Yep.
They all were little. They my 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 kids were 1, and I had a newborn. She died the same year Landon was born.
Wow.
So, and the little one never met her. So
never. You can turn it into a picture.
So I would love that.
I'll work on that and send it
Look
to you.
at that. Thank you. That'd be the best gift ever.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm gonna give you a hug. You're so welcome. I'm gonna work on that for you.
Thank you. That's
You're
so
welcome.
sweet. Oh God.
Can that be our gift from Becoming Her magazine?
Oh, that would be so sweet. Okay.
You're next.
How I come back from that? I know, right?
Whatever. Ask something else.